I'm Serge Gueso. I'm a pianist, musician, and I teach languages. I work here at Pacific Conservatory and I teach music classes, group and private. And I also teach languages, French and Spanish. I graduated from the Conservatory in France, in Paris, before I moved here. I was a 10-year teacher in France. I was teaching piano. I was an accompanist. I was a coach for opera singers. And I was also teaching Spanish in France. Well, the reason that I've been teaching is really to teach my students not just about music and not just about language, grammar, learning new words. To me, music and language are just a way to learn new communication skills. And my goal when I wake up every morning and I have new students or a student I've been working with for 11 years, it's hopefully I would get their interest, and hopefully one day when they're grown up and they leave me, you know, they will remember the experience that they had in class. I teach group classes and private classes. What I really love about the group classes, and I think every young kid that starts, especially at a very young age, should take a group class. Number one reason is I found that many times young kids with 4, maybe 3, 4, even 5 years old start a private class. They are very nervous about it because suddenly we put them in front of a big piano and they're one-on-one with the teacher, even though the parents are here, you know, assisting to the class. But it can be sometimes a little bit scary. And the group class really allows them to socialize with all the kids. Most of the kids that in my experience, start a group class always love it. And I think it's important to give them an opportunity to be in a group. Music, as I said before, is fun. It's supposed to be fun. For those young kids, we cannot tell them you have to be serious, you have to practice 2 hours a day. It has to be in a fun environment. And meeting all the kids that are practicing, you know, during the class and taking the same class is just a fun class, that's all. It's just fun. We sing, we clap, we play tambourine, we play on the keyboard, and those kids love it. The private class for me, I think, is important later on after you take your group class and the curriculum. They already have a knowledge of rhythm, notes, sight reading, maybe composition, hopefully, and they're educating their ear, and they can start private. That when my student leaves me, he'll have enough knowledge to go on his own and have fun with it. And I think the success for any good student is to listen to them, to their needs, and allow them to just apply it and just learn whatever they want. If a student likes what they're practicing, they'll practice every day. If they hate it, they will never practice. I was the same way as a kid. I love my language teachers, I love my music teacher, and that's what made me, and that's what made me a musician. Of course, another aspect of the music is collaborative ensembles, groups, duets, chamber music. And we're lucky here, there's not many schools, very few schools that offer that. And in this school we're going to be offering classes that will allow the student to experience that. And that's going to be fantastic because it's an enrichment. It's going to give them the opportunity to meet other musicians. They're going to make friends. They're going to socialize. They're going to meet in the garage and play for a band. They're going to meet here in the concert room and play chamber music. They're going to perform maybe whatever they want. And that's the fun part of music, right? We want to socialize. We don't do music to be by ourselves in a little room and practice. We do music to share it with people, and ensembles allows that. And that's the goal too here at Pacific, is to create that kind of energy where the kids don't just come in, take a class, and leave. We're hoping that they'll meet other students in the school and they'll want to create that kind of energy that I had when I was a kid. And this is one of the reasons, other than my teachers, that I love music. I created a social network and friends that I still are my friends right now, and I still play with them and perform with them. And I'm hoping that those kids will have this kind of experience here at Pacific, because it's very important. This is why we do music, is to share it with people.